his mother always wanted Maria as a name, but when they noticed that it will be a boy, he decided to stay with that name, but in male format, like Marian. He doesn't he doesn't like he doesn't hate his name, but it's not that he likes that because it comes from Croatia, as I remember. It was first time for me I heard this information. I didn't know that Marian is from Croatia.
Typical Croatian name. I couple of weeks ago, uh, I I lost my keys to other uh, town city, and I realized after a couple of hours, and I was in panic because I was in a different town, and also my car was on a parking, so I needed to take the car, and I was looking everywhere for the keys. Found them, and in the end, they were in one of the restaurants. Puzzles reminds me of my activities during the project, but also my activities in school. So it's a long process to get the results, and you need to carefully choose the puzzle and to put on the right place in order everything to be okay. It's an interesting story. When I was on a project in Egypt, we were planning to go on a tour with these hot air balloons. But I heard story just one day before we were planning to go to excursion that 20 Chinese tourists died 1 week ago when the balloon exploded. So during the evening, I was very afraid about the situation, and we supposed to go there early in the morning to get the sunrise and everything. So I didn't sleep at all during the night.
Is for me this is really good platform. I'm first time on this platform. Like participant, I don't have a lot of experience in Zoom or other platforms, but I had used before Zoom 2 times or 3 times, and it's more chaotic for me.
I really like the Wonder Me application. I've never heard about this before, and it's really interesting because you can go to a different places, like creating special rooms, so not everyone can hear you. So it's good for making groups or in a formal education, for example, during the classes, but also during the workshops in youth work or non-formal education.
Okay, so I would choose the third slide, or just a second to move you from the slide, or this one, just because it has lots of landscape photos and travel pictures, and that's primarily what attracts me to choose this one. And there's like lots of nature photos.
Okay. Second question for you is, what do you see on the pictures? So the point is to create like a mini story about those 9 pictures. So try to imagine who uploaded that and what they want to share with the others. So imagine that this is part of somebody's Instagram profile.
Yeah, so I would go that this person is maybe an amateur, like he has a camera and he likes to take photos, and he likes to travel and loves nature and landscape photography, and he's been traveling around and taking good photos, and he posts them on his timeline. He shares on his timeline his perspective and his memories of the travels where he goes.
So I would say that perspective matters a lot. Imagine like one scene or one room, and that room is like there are two pictures that they're taken from a different perspective. So when we compare to those two pictures, each picture tells its own story. And from the other hand, even if two people select the same picture, because it's, you know, like a different point of view, they will have their own story to tell. So it's not always, you know, the same thing. Okay, we see the sea, but what? You know, what's behind the picture?
It's like it works, and but you really lose concentration and maybe power after, like, you know, this long time. And yeah, I agree about cameras because, you know, you can translate your emotions a bit better. But I'm sorry, but, like, you know, it's still more comfortable to be without camera.